Hello, welcome everybody. We're at the Open Education Week 2023, and for that occasion we have this nice live session on the IHE Delft YouTube channel. Welcome everybody. And we would like to show you what IHE Delft has to offer in terms of OpenCourseWare. But before we do that, I would like to introduce the guests of today. I'll start with Masa. Can you briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone, and thanks for your time and joining us today. If we have any women today in our crowds, just wanted to say Happy International Women's Day to all of you as well. My name is Masa, and I work at IHE Education Bureau in the e-learning development team. I've been with IHE for 5 months now, and I have been very keenly working on the OpenCourseWare with my colleagues who are here today, and hoping to have a good conversation with you all.
Thanks, Masa. Marloes, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Marloes Mul, and I'm an associate professor of water resources management here at IHE Delft. And I also coordinate a team on water accounting and water productivity analysis using remote sensing. And we're a team that develops a lot of the OpenCourseWare that I will also be talking about today. So nice to be here.
And let me also introduce myself. I'm Hans van der Kwast, Associate Professor of Open Science and Digital Innovation, but I'm also the Professional Training Program Coordinator of IHE Delft. It's quite a new young group where we work on making more courses available for professional trainings, so for professionals in the water sector, because we also have, of course, our master programs. And OpenCourseWare also falls under the Professional Training Program Committee. So if you have any questions during this live session, please use the live chat and we will get back to you to answer them. And then I would like to now give the floor to Masa to tell us something more about OpenCourseWare at IHE Delft.
Sure, thanks, Hans. I just first want to take everyone who is able to see my screen to take you to the website that IHE has. This website is a good source for you guys to be able to find the educational resources that IHE has to offer. Firstly, by going here, you're able to see any new courses in the OpenCourseWare. As the name suggests, it is open and accessible to everyone with a list of available courses that are currently being offered. Please be aware that this is an ongoing process, so that means that new courses are coming up quite often, and therefore we ask you to please keenly check back on this list. The list is being updated all the time, and the list will take you to IHE Delft OpenCourseWare, which is where the courses are stored. By going to this platform, you're able to see that after clicking on the OpenCourseWare materials, you are able to access the courses that IHE has to offer. Although we have open courses, they are in different categories. So by clicking on the left-hand side on the drop-down menu, you will be able to have a look at the categories that IHE offers. The open courses are those courses that are open to you at a self-paced manner. So you're welcome to use them whenever you want and use the parts of the course or all of the course, whatever is applicable to you and the specific knowledge you want to to access. However, we also have certificate courses. These are the courses that will generate a certificate of attendance at the end if you have met certain criteria that your lecturers would put for those. We also might be of interest to you to know that we also have prep courses. You will see them in these categories. The prep courses are those courses that are usually taken by students who are hoping to study very soon, or if they've signed up with IHE to do a master's degree. Some of them will require a key or a password, but also some of them you can browse through already. And these are the specific groups and courses with keys. By going to the category of OpenCourseWare, you're able to see the courses in the OpenCourseWare. The ones are not generating certificates. The only thing you need to be aware of is that most of these courses would require a very simple registration. This registration is nothing very difficult or intrusive at all. It's just that you need to fill in a username and a password and just fill in your email address, and you can enroll yourself in a matter of seconds. It's very easy. And then you can access that course anytime you wish. For the courses that require for you, if you wish to get access to our certificate, you are able to do the same exactly through the same registration method. It is not very difficult. And the last thing I would like to add here in the OpenCourseWare is that we have courses in English mainly, but we also offer some of our great MOOCs in French. We have MOOCs in Spanish, in Arabic, and there will be more to come. There are for our Spanish and French speakers, be aware of that. There is more to come mid-March onwards, and they will be launched very, very soon. Lastly, from me, I just want to get your attention to the OpenCourseWare for GIS, which my colleague Hans will talk about in a short bit. Our GIS OpenCourseWare hosts courses related to GIS, as the name suggests, and it's one of our very popular platforms. The system and the user experience for it is very, very similar to our OpenCourseWare, main OpenCourseWare platform. What might be of interest to you is the diversity of the courses. And as you see in the categories of GIS, we have courses in Japanese, in Portuguese, in Dutch. We have a course even in Persian and French and English as well. So it can be related to a very large range of audiences. We are working very hard to make these platforms even more expansive and more interesting for you guys. So keep an eye out on our website, keep an eye out for our platform and what's coming up there. And always feel free to ask us a question. You're able to contact us if you have any questions about any of the courses. We are here for you to answer them. I hope that you enjoy what's there and keep an eye out for more.
Thank you, Masa. That was all a nice tour, and I really hope that people who are watching are going to check out these courses that we offer. I would like to introduce our next speaker, Marloes Mul. Hi, Marloes. Are you ready for your presentation?
Yes, I am. All right. So I'll be giving some background on some of the courses that my team has developed, and that's on water accounting. And well, give you a brief tour on how they came about, what our currently experiences are, and what are the upcoming activities that we're planning on OpenCourseWare for related to the topic on using remote sensing for all kinds of analysis. The three existing courses that are currently available, they're related to the Vapor database. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on, and how to do analysis using this open data. It's also Open Data Week this week, so that's another shout out for a nice event. There's a MOOC on water accounting and water auditing that's available, and there's a MOOC on water productivity in practice that we developed under one of the projects. So I'll take you a little bit through the MOOC on the first one on water productivity and water accounting using Vapor. Explain a little bit the process of how it came about, what the current status is, and what we learned from all these experiences on these different MOOCs, and where we go from here. So why did we actually decide to develop a MOOC? So we're part of this project, and the project is about providing an open access database on spatial derived data regarding evapotranspiration and biomass production, and that is hosted by FAO. It's the Vapor database. And over a number of years, we've implemented many trainings. So we visited 16 countries, and we trained about 300 people on what this database is about, how to use it, and what can be done with the database. So over these 3 years, we reached around 300 people. And at the end of the project, so this was the first phase, we just started a second phase, but at the end of the first phase, we had all these training materials, and they could have ended up on the shelves because the project had ended. And at the end of the year, at the end of the project, we had a little budget available, and with the client file, we also decided to turn this training material into an OpenCourseWare. So we currently have, so we developed the courseware, and what is really nice is that we now have 2,000 that are enrolled in the different countries, and that includes countries that are not covered by WAPO. You saw from the original map that only Africa and the Middle East had data. So there were all these people interested globally in the database that could follow and access materials through our OpenCourseWare, and are currently taking or making use of the information that we put online. And it's actually very much relevant today, because next to these 16 countries that we visited, of course, there are more countries in the current extent of the Vapor database, but in the next couple of months, the Vapor data will also be available on a global scale. So this material will even become more relevant when more people would want to use the data for their applications or whatever they want to use the data for. So the data or the training that we're currently doing with this OpenCourseWare, making it available, you can see it reaches much more people who can access the materials, and it actually costs much less money, because can you imagine how much it costs for us to go to these 16 countries, train a number of people? So it actually provides a huge outreach of the training materials that we've developed. So this was one of the reasons behind why we have it, and you can see that the experience is that we made a big impact with the training. So a little bit of background. So we launched it in September 2020. And we also developed, based on the interest from the client, from FAO, we also made a French and an Arabic course based on the English version. It's all self-paced, and you can start anytime. Even now, you can enroll, start anytime, and do whenever you have a couple of hours, work on it, and expand it, and do the exercises, the assignments. So we have 3 different modules in the course. A very basic introduction of what the vapor data is about and how to use the portal. And then 2 applications on using the vapor data for water productivity analysis and using the vapor data for water accounting. And the course has all kinds of material in the course, some theoretical lectures and background documents to explain things. Also some instruction videos on how to do stuff like what Masa did today, in showing where to find what information, and different types of assignments. So we've got some post to forum or discussion, fill out surveys type of activities, and we also have quizzes. And with the Moodle platform, we've got all types of quizzes. So it's not only a multiple choice quiz, but it also has all kinds of fun quizzes where you have to match one thing with the other, and you can check whether or not you've understood what was presented in the presentations. And then after you've completed successfully the assignments and the quizzes, you can actually get a certificate for each of these components. So you can get a component for, just a basic introduction to Vapor or a particular application of the Vapor database. So what did we learn from the implementation of this training? So we really see this as a very nice reference materials for all people that are interested in the topic. So it provides a very nice location for people who are interested, maybe even just a basic interest on how to use the Vapor database. And they can access it. They can look at some of the tutorials and do some of the assignments. We also have at the end of the courses a survey that people have to fill out when they get the certificate, and they come back with a lot of positive feedback. But of course, these are the people that complete the training, so it might be a bit biased with the people who are excited and want to complete. We don't hear much about the ones that don't complete it, so that's a bit unfortunate. We do find that somehow the online engagement between participants is a bit limited, and we really want to look at how to improve that. And some frustration we also see here and there on some of the restrictions that we put into the system, that you have to complete A before you can go to section B, and some assignments might also find some participants might find them a bit difficult or maybe not too clear. And then we also find that only a limited number of participants fully complete the course. And we do put a lot of effort in putting a lot of materials and assignments. So it is actually a lot of work to complete it. So this particular MOOC is about 1 week for each module. So it's quite a heavy investment for participants to complete the course. So you can imagine if you do that on your own, you might not complete the course. But that is what it is. But we do see that, especially for the first point, good reference material, we do see a lot of people joining the platform, engaging with the materials, but don't necessarily follow the assignments, but they do see it as a nice reference material that they can look back at and use when they do when they start using the Vapor database. Interesting outcome from the feedback from the implementation of this OpenCourseWare. We do see it as also a way to showcase what we as IHE Delft can do. It shows our expertise on the subject, and it highlights our profile on a global stage, I would say. We also do realize that because we developed the materials and for face-to-face training, and we tested it many times, it also it helps test the material and make it's very relevant. We also see that it it becomes a very nice repository also for us when we do want to do a face-to-face training, or there's a request to do a face-to-face training. We can utilize the materials, and we also allow our partners to use the material with particular copyright agreement, so they can use it. They cannot use it for commercial uses, but it is the materials are free to be reused by whoever wants to in their training or their lectures when they're at university. So provide of materials for people to share, utilize. I want to have a caveat materials all developed under project and activities. So this was rated by project in terms of time, made the tested, and we had the trainings before. But that that really showed that if we do have these projects and we develop training materials, it's only a small step to get into an open course. An open course where and more people can benefit from it. And we also see it actually generates interest from prospective students here at IHE. So people who might be interested to follow other open courses, or might be interested to join some of the short courses that we offer here at IHE, or might be interested in joining the master's program or apply for a PhD position at the institute. So we do see it provides a lot of interest, generates a lot of interest beyond just providing one course. Then a bit looking towards the future. So we are very much aware that we want to improve more from translating face-to-face training materials into an open course, where we do need to think a little bit, we need to think better about how to present the materials and how to see if we can get more engagement with the people that are following these trainings. So we want to develop more engaging activities to engage the participants with each other, but also to engage more with the materials. And we also are testing out new templates that we also want to see, how we can present the materials in an intuitive way on the platform. So we're still testing a little bit out these templates, and we're working together with Masa and her team at the Education Bureau in the Institute. And then there are some exciting upcoming new coursewares that are coming up. So there's one that my team is developing on, again, the Vapor database on what the concepts are, and some validation that will come out in June. And in the next couple of years, we do have a number of other open coursewares that we are thinking about and conceptualizing, and they will come in the next couple of years. And then next to the ones that my team is developing, there are also some other self-paced courses that are available. And for instance, just a few that I'm presenting here on environmental flow requirement and the SDGs, that was also developed in close collaboration with the Food and Agriculture Organization, and one on freshwater health. So do look at or investigate our platform, see what's happening. And maybe there's a topic that is of interest to you that you want to follow. And then, of course, the one that we're developing that is coming soon. So for more information, also, I mean, it's not a lot of information, but we have also a team website where we also provide all the links and to all the materials, the OpenCourseWares. So you can go to the wateraccounting.un-ihe.org website. You can get all the information regarding capacity building, and when we have new OpenCourseWare developed, we'll also provide all the information here, and the links will be made available. So that's from me, Hans.
That was a nice presentation, Marloes. Thank you. I think it gave a great overview of what your team is offering, and also what my takeaways are is how you get spin-off from projects and fit with the goal of IHE Delft to disseminate knowledge. So once we have made courses for projects, it's really great that more and more people can use that as OpenCourseWare. And also great to see what future plans you have, and the cooperation with the Education Bureau on improving the courses and the lessons learned from what we already offer. So I think that's great. And it's I think it's also an example for others in the Institute maybe to also open up in this way the course materials. And I also like what you said about that that many people maybe also are triggered to follow other products that IHE Delft offers, like our paid short courses. We also have short courses for scholarship participants, or even join our masters on water and sustainable development. So I think that was all great. So I'm next. So I will present a little bit more about GIS OpenCourseWare that Masa already introduced briefly. So it's another OpenCourseWare website. It also runs on Moodle, and I was very happy that that IHE offered me the opportunity to share specific courses on GIS through this platform. And I'm going to give you a little tour. So if you're not on Twitter, then you can find here with this little hidden secret here, this arrow, you can find tweets about open courses, webinars, announcements, and tools, information about tools, open source GIS tools. So always useful to go through and to find all the actual news there. So that's something you can look at. And here, if you scroll down, you will find the banner with the courses. And we have just launched this one, QGIS for Precision Agriculture. And in fact, that's a bit similar to what Marloes explained. It's a spin-off from our master program in this case, so not from a project. But currently, I'm teaching with colleagues Sajid Parit and Ahmed Alnagar and Abebe Shukala, a course on QGIS for precision, or not QGIS for precision agriculture, but on sensing and geoprocessing for precision agriculture. But the GIS modules, I took them out of that course and I present them here. So here you can find the course materials. They come with YouTube videos, and you can follow these tutorials. On the right side, you find the outline. And what you can see from this platform is there's no need to register. Just simply click on one of those course tiles, and you can join. You can also see here that many courses are available in different languages. We have many volunteers translating these courses, so you're invited to cooperate. If you would like to translate a course to your own language, then you just contact me, and I'll make the course available for editing, and you can work on the translation. We have a lot of courses in French, also from translated from the projects, as Marloes also explained. We have here a tile which is about the FOSS4G conference. That's an international conference on open source GIS software. And every time I give a workshop, I will host it also here on the platform. So you can, even if you're not at the conference, just follow the workshop here. It's quite a big one about using the PC Raster Tools plugin that I've developed. And you can use that as a tool in QGIS, or create a graphical model, or doing map algebra with Python. And it's a very useful tool for hydrologists. This one was based on a summer course that I gave for IHE Delft students. And it's also interesting if you're if you are into visualization of data. I think the communication of data is an important topic. And there's just visualization of data in maps, about symbolizing points, styling rivers, making choropleth maps, but also 3D with AreaLot is another open source tool. And there is also a section on creating animations, which is also very cool, where you can work on animating data from polygons, but also visualize and animate mesh data and make graphs. And these step-by-step tutorials, they have all the screenshots that you need to get you through. So you just simply click on those tiles and follow it. If you're a beginner with programming, or you want to learn programming, then I can really advise to follow this course, Programming for Geospatial Hydrological Applications. If you go there, then you will first learn the command line interface and using GDAL, and then you will get into Python. We use Jupyter notebooks, so there's videos. You can open the notebooks here in Binder. There are some little issues here with the template because there has been an update. It used to look better, but we're working on it. And if you need any support, you want to have a training on one of these courses with support, then you can contact us and we can provide individual training or training for your organization on these topics. There's a very nice course on Google Earth Engine for agrohydrological applications, processing drone images. I also like very much these QGIS advanced tutorials that go a bit more into morphometric parameters that you can calculate from GIS data. And they'll be further expanded when more is released. There's also this tile, how can I contribute? So if you want to translate, I already said you can contribute in that way. But if you want to host your own free GIS tutorial, but you don't have a Moodle and you like what we do, then just contact me and we can add your course here to the GIS OpenCourseWare platform. And I'm very happy that Quisheng Wu, who's very famous for his Google Earth Engine materials and videos, that he donated this course to our platform. So it's there available with all the videos. But if you're interested, then just contact us and we'll make your course available there. Marloes also mentioned that it was Open Data Day, and last year in Open Data Day, I've added here a course. It's not really a course, but an overview of free data sources that you can use for GIS. So plugins, spatial data infrastructures, and then thematic ones on water, for example. And if you are missing something, just let me know and I will add it. And I think it's very useful for people to find the nice data sets. You also find here FAO Vapor that Marloes was talking about. So a lot of nice free resources. And let's just for fun look into a course in another language. Let's use French here. And you see here QGIS for hydrological applications translated in French. The English version is not available for free. We use that in our paid courses, but the translated versions are for free. And I think that is that's really great. And we will have also the new version based on the book with the same name, QGIS for hydrological applications, available also in French soon, because there's a volunteer from Algeria who's going to translate the book. That was all I wanted to share about GIS OpenCourseWare. So I invite all the speakers back to have maybe a final discussion. I see we have some participants that have asked questions here. So maybe we can have a look at some of the questions. There's a question here from Gopa Kumar. Is software used in different courses freeware? If not, whether the software will be provided? I think in most of our OpenCourseWare, we also use open source software. So you don't have to buy software and get a license. And often it's also explained how to install the software or set it up on your computer. I think a great thing of IHE Delft is that we really would like to have also the software that we use in our courses open source, also in our research, and that we try to mainstream that in the way we work. If the others have something to add, please let me know.
No, I fully agree, and especially the OpenCourseWare materials will be using open access and open access models and softwares. So make sure that everybody can follow the courses, and you don't need a license for anything.
There are free courses on very expensive GIS software, but then you still need to buy it, and we don't want to lock you into these kind of products. So. Disseminating knowledge also means you need to disseminate the right tools to use open data and to do good things with water. So maybe a question to Masa. Can you elaborate a little bit on the plans that you have with the Education Bureau, or your ideas or suggestions for OpenCourseWare?
Yes, sure. Good question there. I highly encourage people to take the courses we have as much as it's applicable to their plans, to their professional plans or their personal interests. And I really also highly encourage you to give us feedback because OpenCourseWare is a very alive and interesting project that we're working on. Alive as in a sense that we would like to promote it, but also make it better every day. So please provide us feedback in the feedback tools we have on each course. Most of our courses, especially the new ones, have really specific feedback that you can provide. We would love to hear from you and what you think. As far as future plans, we are hoping to work with you guys and with other amazing lecturers that we have who are offering open courses to make them more interactive and also to build a sense of community between the learners. Although it's an online course and although it's self-paced, but there is so much room for us to work on learning from each other and teacher and student interaction, but also student to student interaction. Some of it might not be live interaction like we're having now, but still we are working towards making those scenarios happen for everyone. Just so that you know, we have had courses in OpenCourseWare, some of them even for 6, 7, 8 years, but that you will also hopefully see a shift to how the courses will behave and how you will remain engaged. The last thing I want to point out is that I think that everyone would agree that it's very important when you access your courses that they give you the same experience in learning. If you're using your mobile phone, if you're using a tablet, if you're using your computer, it's very important that the learning experience is very intuitive and very user-friendly for all of you. So we are also working towards making that happen. That is why your feedback is very much appreciated, so that we can learn what is it that you like to see more of, whether that's content-wise or whether that's design and feel-wise. Please let us know. Yeah.
Thanks, Masa. I think it also tackles a bit what Marloes presented, more engagement also in these kind of platforms between the participants. I think that's very nice. I see in the chat that there are some suggestions for courses. I think that's good for us to know. For example, there is a request for courses on water diplomacy, transboundary water diplomacy, and I think we can see what colleagues have to offer and see if we can open up more of the courses that we developed also for our new masters as OpenCourseWare. There's a question here from Luna. Luna lost me. I hope we didn't lose you. If we want to replicate the course with our own data, can I contact the instructor to ask? Well, the idea behind OpenCourseWare is that it's all self-paced and without support. That's also how it financially works best, because we offer that for free and we don't spend hours on responding to individual requests. For those things, we have our paid products. But these courses should be made, especially I think my GIS courses, to also apply on your own data and your own cases. And if you just follow those tutorials, my advice is always to try it first with the exercise data that is provided and then try to repeat it for your own case study. And of course, when you're stuck, you can try to ask questions via social media. If there's a YouTube video where I explain things and you're stuck, then just post a comment, and most of the times I will answer. But with the OpenCourseWare, we don't generally answer many questions through the platform. because that's very difficult. You can imagine that there are many more people hopefully following the OpenCourseWare, and if we need to answer all the emails and requests, then we wouldn't be able to make nice new more open courses for you.
But you can also ask your fellow participants if they have the solution. If you have a certain error in your model or in the analysis, you can also ask them, hey, did you have this problem as well? And how do you fix it?
It's a good suggestion indeed, to have a discussion forum where you can help each other. We also try to apply that in the live classes, because it's a real world skill. When there's no lecturer around, then you need to ask your questions on forum and on the internet. And asking good questions is also a really good skill, and helping each other is also, by helping a person, you also learn a lot. Okay, I don't see any more questions. Any final remarks from the panel here? Masa, final words?
No, I just wanted to say thanks, guys, for coming in, and thanks for your questions and remarks. I hope that you stay engaged with our platform, and I hope that we can hear from you in the forums that we have in each course, and also in the feedbacks and comments that you can provide to us. Please feel free to always reach out through those means in each specific course. We are doing our best to implement as many good views and opinions that you guys have. So thanks for joining.
Thanks, Masa. Marloes, some final words?
Well, I mean, it's nice to be in this session. So thanks, Hans, also for organizing, and Andres, who is behind the behind the camera, who's helping us with this session. So yeah, very nice discussion. I also liked your presentations, and yeah, for the audience, yeah, check out our courseware, and if there's anything that's not working, don't hesitate to also let us know, so we can, you know, solve the problem rather than you getting frustrated. So let us know if there's anything that you like, but also let us know if there's something that you don't like. Then we can, you know, try to improve it. And we always learn, and we always try to make it better, and get more exciting material out there. So yeah, we're always making progress and trying to improve things. So nice to be here.
Thanks, Marloes. I don't think I have much to add. I also would like to thank Andres in the background moderating the technology here. And I would like to thank all the viewers and the questions that we had. And of course, these nice presenters, colleagues who presented about OpenCourseWare. And I'm very much looking forward to see more people using the OpenCourseWare, and from our side to produce more useful OpenCourseWare that you like. So keep in touch, and have a nice Open Education Week, and hopefully see you sometime, maybe online or on campus at IHE Delft. Bye-bye.
Bye.